All right, today we're going to order this sample invitation suite from PrintsWell Fulfillment. This is my favorite printer to use, and I'll show you all the reasons why. So let's go ahead and dive in. Hi, I'm Laney. I'm a wedding invitation designer, and I love to teach people how to design and produce beautiful stationery and run a successful stationery business. One of the best things you can do for your business is have kind of a standard or house printer that you're using for almost all of your orders. This way you get familiar with their system, you get familiar with their products, and how your work will print on their papers and on their machines. For me, that is PrintsWell Fulfillment because they are just such a wonderful all-in-one printer. I have a ton of videos about them here on my channel, but today we're going to order a basic sample suite that I just designed. The whole time I was designing the suite, I kept seeing that my money don't squiggle and I'm calling this my squiggle invitation suite. So I'm really excited about it. I think it's fun and modern and whimsical, and I love all the different color options. So let's go ahead and order this. One last thing is I use the PrintsWell Fulfillment side, not the retail side. So if you are looking for wholesale pricing and the ordering system like I'm about to show you, you'll have to set up a wholesale account with them, which is perfect if you're becoming a stationery designer or interested in designing wedding invitations commercially. And if you do use the link in the description, you can get $25 off your first order. So the first thing that you'll want to do is just outline all of your text. So you can go up to Select, Object, All Text Objects, right click, and just click Create Outlines. That makes it print a little bit better. And then the next thing you'll want to do is set up your bleeds. So when you set up your document, you'll want to give yourself these 0.125 bleeds. I have a whole other video on this that I'll link for you in case you're not so familiar with what bleeds are, but 0.125 on all sides is what PrintsWell requires. And you can see that, let's see, I'm viewing trim view. These shapes are not cute. You can see that by these red lines here. And so any design that bleeds off the edge of the paper, like this orange, this yellow piece, you're going to need to continue that design until you get to the red line at least. So you see for all of these, we've got it going past the red line. And then the one thing that I hope you never forget to do is to delete any of your guides. So this is a liner template shape from PrintsWell themselves. You can download it on their website by going to this Need Help section. And I always have it on there when I'm designing, but I gotta remember to delete it because otherwise you'll have that black line there and you definitely don't want that. So now this is fully ready to go, and I'm just going to do a Save As and save this as Print Ready, so that we know this is the one where we can't edit the text anymore, this is the one where there's no guidelines, etc. Then you can just save each piece as a PDF. I will go in here and I'll just put invite, PDF, and the invite is Artboard 2. In Illustrator, I just use Illustrator default. I uncheck preserve Illustrator editing capabilities because you don't really need that and it makes the file bigger sometimes. And then you'll want to use those document bleed settings, or if you didn't set it up in the document, you could add it here just by doing like that. Pretty easy. So then you'll do that with all the different pieces. I've already done that for you. And we'll log into PrintsWell. This is what our dashboard looks like here, and we'll just click Start Order. Now you can see all the different products that they offer, which is why this is my go-to printer, because there's not a lot of printers that offer all of these products at once. So mostly we're gonna order like envelope liners, flat cards, folded cards, but they also have foil stamping, gift tags, magnets, notepads, stickers, just so many different things here. So let's start with our envelope liner actually, and we're going to select the Euroflap A7 size. We have two options for paper, and I always go with the bright white, unless it's requested by my client, but this is a sample. We're just gonna order 10, but you can quickly see how the pricing gets really nice if you're ordering a lot. This is just for a sample order, so we'll just order 10. And then it's really easy to upload your files here. And if there's something wrong with your file, this is where it'll tell you. It'll say, hey, you don't have bleeds. Hey, this file's the wrong size, etc. For instance, I'm noticing that I saved this file before deleting one of my backgrounds. So I'm just gonna go ahead and re-save this one. It's Artboard 1. And that's why I love having that preview there. And also just, it will tell you, it'll give you an error message if your file is the wrong size or type or something. So let's do this again. I swear I didn't do that on purpose, but it's nice to show you guys what the options are. Okay, we'll go next and add to cart. Now we're gonna order a flat card. We're gonna go an A7 5x7 size. And then my favorite paper, I love that they have all these different options, but my favorite is this 120 eggshell ultra white. That's what almost all of my prints come on. This section right here is about printing on the back versus the print. We just wanna print on the front. And again, we're just gonna order 10 because it's just a sample order. I haven't seen how this prints yet. And I might want to order some samples with different colors in the future. Okay, she's beautiful. I usually find this preview to be a tad blurry, but it doesn't affect the print quality at all. Here you can select a lot of things. So there's a lot of die shapes. I wouldn't do it on this particular invitation, but these are really good prices for their dies that they already have in stock, especially like this arch is really popular these days, and for only 55 cents, it's not so bad. Hole drilling, angled corners are also options, and then they have all these different envelope options too, but we don't need those for a sample order. I'll just quickly run through the others, kind of talking to you a little bit as we go. I love all the different paper options that they have. And then at the end of this video, I'm going to actually unbox these and show you what they look like after we've gotten them printed. I'm really excited about this. I love this little squiggle date on here. Lastly, we will do our details card, which is always going to be 3.5 by 5. So this was real time that I did this with you guys. The only thing that I skipped was saving those files, which takes another minute or two. But under, 10 minutes, I was able to get all of these 4 pieces ordered for my suite. And then right here, I can just make sure everything's good to go. I always like to make sure I order the right paper because sometimes I select the wrong one by accident. And your quantities, and you'll see a preview of that file. So really easy here. And then there's so many different options as far as like rush orders, shipping, etc. If you need help with any of that, you can always click this, and there's shipping maps, template downloads, file setup instructions, etc. So I'm gonna wait about a week for these to get to me, and I will unbox them and show you how they turned out. All right, I just got this order, so I want to show you what it looks like. I'm so excited to see these, and the colors are so good in person. Okay. Love how that wavy piece turned out. This is all on the 120 pound bright white. You can see how thick that is. It's a really nice quality cardstock. And sometimes I do like the imitation on their double thick, which is 240 pound. So it's twice as thick as this. Oh my gosh, this is so cute. I love these colors so much. You can see, text is well printed. The flood, so basically this is kind of a flood print, and also on this liner too. I love the way that PrintsWell handles flood printing, because it kind of even looks like this was printed on pink paper. Like there's no rubbing off. It looks so good, especially on this thin, smooth paper. So look at this cool suite. So fun. Gonna have to put this in my Etsy shop, but just obsessed with how that came out. Let me know what other questions you have for me about PrintsWell, what other products you want to see from them, and if you want to create an account, please use my link to get $25 off your first order. Thanks, everybody.